Hi, my name is Rosie Dennerlein. I'm the founder and product developer for Oils of Shakan. And I have Michelle here with me. Michelle?
Yep, and like she said, I'm Michelle, and I do the marketing and design things with Oils of Shakan, and so I'm just excited to be here and share with Rosie.
We're going to share some of the highlights of 2016. God continues to work, and it's exciting to see what He's doing. And in the beginning of the year, I bumped into a friend of mine who said, "Let the fruit grow the ministry." And that really resonated with me because sales weren't as much as high as I had liked during the last Christmas season. And so from that point on, I started to pay attention to the testimonies. And it's exciting to hear that on an average of we received one testimony per week for the entire 2016. So that was really a great encouragement, and I just love it when people say, "Oh, Rosie, I used this and it helps me stay awake while I was driving for a long commute," and so many other testimonies that we have. So many of them are on the website if you're interested in checking them out. I didn't document all of them because I didn't get everyone's permission, but you'll get to see a good portion of them.
Cool. Yeah.
And Michelle, you had a testimony about frankincense hydrosol. Do you want to share that?
Yeah. I shared this last year at the end of the year video, but there's even more to it. So my daughter, she's been having what I believe to be some dust mite allergies, and so it kind of flares up during the winter time. So since November, I've started to see this rash come back, and I went right away. Last year I had been using the frankincense skin nourisher with lavender from Oils of Shakan, and that had been helping, so I thought I'm going to go get that again. And so I got that and started using it, and within a very short period of time, 5 or 6 days, the rash just completely cleared up. And then I had been just using it on her arms, but then I started noticing just a few weeks ago she started getting it on her legs too, this rash. And I had been just avoiding just looking in that area, but all of a sudden one day pulled up her pants and I saw these spots, and so just started spraying it, and within and praying too, and within about a week, again, that rash is completely gone. So now it's kind of like a maintenance. Every couple days I'll just spray it, and there's been no rash at all.
Awesome.
So I'm just really excited to just have that wonderful experience with that and just see what God's doing just through praying and through spraying that on and just using His goodness to bless my life, my children's life.
Awesome. Yeah. We've had a number of testimonies about the frankincense hydrosol for the people who have had rashes and hives, eczema. So that's exciting to see that. And they've tried other things, but this seems like the only thing that has been working.
Yep.
And my mom as well. This past week I've been using it on her, and it stopped her itch as well.
So great.
So, prayer is a very integral part of Oils of Shakan, and we say prayer is the primary ingredient. We pray over all the products, but we also pray over every aspect of the business. Not having business background, we need a lot of prayer. And so, and then we were making plans for December, Christmas. And Michelle, do you want to share what happened?
Sure, yeah. So we thought it was in November. We were thinking, it would be really great to have a plan just kind of scheduled out, just because, for Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekend, for, the rest of December, there's just a lot going on between, family vacations and other things. So we wanted to kind of organize things out, and we thought this would be great if we did that. So we actually went through in a Word document and wrote out different days to do different things and thought of different ideas, and it started to actually get really overwhelming. It started to feel for me at least, I started to feel really anxious about it. And after we had spent a lot of time actually putting it together and thinking about it and doing some praying in it, we were just kind of feeling this is just too much.
We really didn't put a lot of time in prayer.
Not much, yeah.
And I was okay, these are good ideas, because we want to get it done, And then one day, I just felt the sense of stop.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
like, stop the train. Because
Mhm.
you're going, like, you're ripping through things. You're just
Mhm.
going, doing one thing after the next, after
Yep.
the next, And, and then I just, called you and said, okay, we need to halt and just stop and just see and just pray and see what God shows us. Because I feel like we need to stop at this point.
Mhm.
You were like, okay.
Yeah, I know. Like we've spent all this time putting this whole thing together, and we're both real big planners, and this just felt right, but it just wasn't right. So,
It was
yeah.
in our mind what we wanted to be right because, but it in the spirit it really,
Yeah.
we hadn't really prayed a lot about it. So, do you want to share the
So
vision that you got when we prayed?
so then we decided to just actually spend some intentional time praying, just saying, all right, God, we're completely just putting everything down. And so we just prayed, and, I closed my eyes, and as I was praying, I started just seeing a picture. I'd call it like a vision of what God's heart was towards the situation. And I started seeing these stone rocks appear in front of me. They're just like a pathway, and one rock appeared in front of another. They were like stone steps, like one appeared in front of the other. And I felt God tell my heart that He'd actually, like, especially during this season of this last couple months, to show us one thing at a time, so one stone and one step at a time. And so just to kind of lay down all the plans we already had and just wait for Him to show us one thing at a time. And so once He showed my heart that, it softened me to just say okay, and things started coming together, one step at a time. Sort of really did happen. And
Basically, we surrendered,
Yeah. Yep.
our plans and just let Him lead.
Mhm.
And from that, a few days later, I got he gave me the idea of the Elios giveaway, of giving away 33 Elios as his gift. What I did was I asked Jesus what he wanted for his birthday.
Mhm.
And then he said to give away 33 Elios. And I've received such encouragement from that. People saying, yes, there's somebody that, I've been wanting to forgive and just put it aside. And the Lord really, and my heart is ripe to do that now. And, I've received a couple of messages like that. And one gal really blessed me when she had gotten gifts from Oils of Shakan for each member of her family. And so for one person, she got something to help him quit smoking and inhale delight. Mm-hmm. Another one who needs uplifting. Another one that needs calming. And, she got something for each member of the family. And she printed out the blogs to go along with each gift, which I thought was a really neat idea. And she said I had one gift left. Mm. And I didn't know who to give it to. It was Christmas Eve. They were all together. And she said, the Elios was left. And she said, this is a gift that we all need. Mm. And she said, I'm going to take the first step. And, she put it on as an intention of the heart. It's not the Elios itself. It's not magical, Mm. But when you're feeling blocked about forgiving someone, God created the essential oils to go to the emotional state of the brain to help to bring that breakthrough, mm-hmm. the balancing of the brain to give you the strength to move forward. Mm-hmm. So it's that just really, blessed me. And that came from surrendering our own plans and listening to what God, mm-hmm. That was one of the things that He put on the stepping stone.
Yeah.
So that was, and I look forward to more of that in 2017. Of more testimonies, and also blessing Uganda. The Christmas sales, the portion of the Christmas sales will be going toward 2 ministries in Uganda, mm-hmm. Child Voice International and Living Hope. Mm-hmm. And I received some exciting news. I did some research and found that there are essential oils in Uganda that there's doing research on their medicinal properties. So I look forward to learning more about that mm-hmm. in 2017 and beyond, and continuing my connections there. Yeah. And just looking forward to, hearing testimony. I say God stuff is good stuff, and He wants to bless His people. And so looking forward to see what He has in store for 2017 and beyond.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Fragrant blessings to you.